There are over 9 million businesses that don't have automation. And so here's what you're going to do. You're going to build an AI voice agent, and then you're going to sell this to them, or maybe even give it to them for free as a trial. And then once you land in their business, then you're going to expand and sell additional capabilities. So how do we build this AI voice agent? I'm going to show you how. Use my affiliate link to get this for absolutely free. And during the trial version, I'm going to help you become profitable by adding you to my affiliate calendar so you can get leads based on my paid ad campaigns. So the first thing you do is come into your sub account, go down to AI agent. And in order to have an effective agent, we have to give it a brain. That brain is the knowledge base for this agent. So first thing I want you to do is come up here to knowledge base, and we're going to give it the data that this agent is going to reference in order to answer questions. So inside knowledge base, come over here to create knowledge base, and then give it a name. Maybe this is an electrician base, and I'll give it today's date just so we have a reference, and then say create. Now we have to give this brain sources of data. Where does it get its data? Well, it can get it from a current website if you already have one. You can add frequently asked questions. And then I'm going to show you another trick where it can get additional information from anywhere on the internet. And then tables is still not here yet. Otherwise, I'd love to do a tutorial on that one. So let's go back to web crawler. And then we're going to say add source on the top right, and then web crawler. And we're going to give it the exact URL, which we happen to know. So this is the website for an electrician. And we say extract data. Now what this crawler is doing is going to that link on the internet and then looking at their entire website, every single page, every nook and cranny to try to understand what that website is all about. And it's not just memorizing the words, that would be pretty easy, but it's also contextualizing it, meaning that it can now answer questions that are not necessarily only visible on that website. For example, if there's a blog on that website, which there is, the AI agent will also be able to reference that blog to answer related questions. Okay, now we have all of the information trained on for this website. So let's add another thing. So on the website, you'll have information about the business, but not necessarily skill set related on how to be an expert electrician in the state of Florida, let's say. So how do we get that knowledge in here? What we do is we go to Perplexity, or some kind of LLM, whichever one you want. This is Perplexity Pro. And I said, build me a knowledge base to be an expert electrician in the state of Florida. Must be comprehensive, no references, so I can easily copy and paste it into Google Doc. So it went out and built this for me. And so if I wanted to be an electrician, I would reference this, but I'm not interested in becoming an electrician. I just want the data. So let's grab all of this, or we can say export, and we'll put it into a docx if you want, or just copy it. Now go over to your Google Drive, and then over on the left, hit New, and then Google Docs, and it'll open up a Google Sheet. And now just go ahead and paste all of that data in here. Now we have all of the data there. And now here's the key. In Google Docs, you can actually share this with the whole world. So give it a name, save, and then see how it says restricted? You can change that to anyone with the link, meaning that anybody who uses the link that I just copied here can now get to this Google Doc, including the AI agent. So go back to your knowledge base, add another source. We're going to say web crawler because it's still a URL link, and we're going to paste this new URL link for the Google Doc. Hit extract data, and now it starts pulling data from this Google Doc. And so this is how you can continuously add to your knowledge base and dump as much information as you want in there to help this AI agent get smart. And there we go. Now we have the comprehensive electrician knowledge base as well as the current website that the electrician has. Now we can also add frequently asked questions here. I'm not going to do that, but you can do it one by one. Add source, you say FAQ, you put in a question and then the answer. Let's say they keep asking, what gauge copper wire do you use, or whatever the common question is, go ahead and put the answer, and then the agent's going to be smart on that. So now that we have the brain, let's go back and build the agent. So for that, we go over to Voice AI. Click on Voice AI, and then on the top right, Create Agent. Now you can grab one that's pre-built already. People would have had prompts in there, but we want something very specific for our client. So let's start with a custom agent. Continue. And now we give it some information. We say this is an electrician agent, and I'm just going to date it just so I know. and then give it the name. So it called All Day Electric is the company it's going to work for. Language is English, and some names and qualities of different voices that you can use. So let's go and listen to this one.
Hey, Worldly 11 Labs friends, let's talk.
That sounds pretty good. You can always change it. Look at Chill Phil over here. Okay, British guy, Chill Phil. Let's use that one. Okay, time zone's going to be important because you want to put this where the business is. So when it's booking calendars and such, it does the booking in the appropriate time. And then the initial message is when that agent answers the phone, what is the first thing it's going to say? So we can change this. Hey, you have reached All Day Electric. How can I help you today? I like to also put I'm an AI agent just so you disclaim it. And I know certain states have a rule to make sure you announce this. And then say, I'm an AI agent. You can speak to me normally. I feel like that brings down the barrier a little bit. And then how can I help you today? Perfect. And then hit next. And then here's where the brain comes in, right? What knowledge base is this going to reference? It's the one we just created. Electrician knowledge base 22 October. We'll go with that. And then if you wanted to, now's the time you can also go create one, but then you're kind of going back and then coming back here again. That's why I wanted you to create that knowledge base first. Then you can just grab this right here, drag it down. So this is the prompt for the agent itself. Okay, this is fine as it is. And then information we wanted to collect. We want the name, we want the email, we want the address, and we need the contact issue. Good, we need all of those. And then we could trigger a workflow when it's completed. So for example, we could have it send a confirmation afterwards, after booking an appointment. So we can have this workflow appointment confirmation. I show how to build a workflow in a separate email, so we're not going to go into that. And then once it books an appointment, who should it contact within the company? All of the administrators, all of the users, or maybe it's a specific email or a specific user. You can pick all that over here. I'm going to give it to all admins for now, and then hit next. Now, the AI agent has to be able to receive a phone call, meaning you have to have a phone number. If you don't have a phone number, you can say buy new number, and you would say add new number over here, add a number. And then based on the location you're at, I would recommend using a local area code number. So you can do that by going up to filter. It says provider number and match to first part of number. And then you can have your area code. For example, I'm in 941, apply. And then all of the 941 numbers show up over here. And then you can pick the one that's local to your client. And then you pay for it. It's $1.15 per month. And then that number shows up in your list over here. I already have one and it's already A2P verified. If you need some help with A2P verification, hit me up. I do that for free for all of my affiliates. I help them out. I also have an agent that does it for you automatically. Okay, let's go back into our agent. Now that we have a number, and we're going to connect that number to the agent. So back in the sub account, AI agent, click on the agent you're working on. This was the first part. We're good with this. Next one was agent goals. So we had the knowledge base, we had the prompt, all of the things we wanted to collect, what the trigger workflow is. If you don't have this one, don't worry about it. It can be empty. And then all the admins should get notified. Hit save. And then the next tab over, phone and availability. This is where we're going to pick the number we want to associate this agent with. Now, I've already used the number that I have with a different voice agent, but yours would be available here, and you go ahead and select that. So I'm going to pick the number 4045 here and assign it to this agent. You can have the one you just purchased basically. And then this other option is if you want the agent to be a backup, let's say the primary business owner is going to receive the phone call first. And then if they don't answer for whatever reason, maybe they're sleeping or they're busy on the job, then the agent can answer as a backup. And so you would turn this on if you want that scenario. I want the scenario where the agent gets called first, always, when somebody calls this number. And so I have it turned off. You can set the working hours for this agent specifically if you wanted to by selecting the dates and the times of those dates. But I just want this agent to work 24/7 because it doesn't need food or it doesn't need sleep. So we'll go ahead and hit save on that. And then the last one is dashboard and logs over here. This is every time the agent gets called, it's going to record the metrics. It's going to say what actions were triggered, if any, like workflows, the sentiment. And then it also gives you a summary of, hey, this person called, this is their address, this is their name, this is exactly what they're asking for. And so if you ever have to go back into the logs to see what happened with a phone call, maybe it went well, maybe it didn't go so well, and you need to train your agent some more, this would be the place to do it. Now we can go into phone and availability here and actually call our agent and test this. And you want to test this over and over again because you rather catch the mistakes as opposed to a customer identifying a potential pitfall and then getting frustrated and leaving. So I'm going to call it right now and we'll do a live demonstration.
Hey, you have reached All Day Electric Inc. I'm an AI agent. You can speak to me normally. How can I help you today?
Hi, I am looking for electrical services. What type of services can I get from you guys?
We offer a wide range of residential electrical services, including general wiring and electrical panel upgrades, lighting solutions, indoor, outdoor, and landscape lighting, smart home automation, emergency electrical repairs, pool and spa wiring, energy efficiency upgrades, generator installations,
Okay, that's fine.
specialized setups
How
like
about,
EV
how
charging.
about a generator installation next week, Wednesday?
Yes, we
at
do
2
provide generator. We have an available slot on Wednesday, October 29th, 2025 at 2 p.m. Would you like to book this time?
Yes, please.
To book your appointment, I'll need your email address so we can send you the confirmation details. Could you please provide your email?
And then it basically goes in, collects all my contact info, and then books it on the calendar. I don't want to do this and mess up the electrician and give him a false lead. So we're just going to hang up the call now. Thank you. And the beautiful part about an AI agent is hundreds and thousands of people can call it at the same time. And there's no need to wait. Every single time somebody calls your business, it's going to get answered. It is so frustrating sometimes when you're looking for a particular service and it just goes to voicemail, or they say, leave us your information, we'll contact you back. It's like, no, I want somebody right now. So that's why I called. And now that you have your agent, that phone number can be called by voice over IP phone. So when somebody's calling from their Google Voice, or maybe they land on a website and you have a button there that says call us now, you can have multiple directions inbound to call this AI agent. Let me show you how you can put this on a website, for example. So let's go over to our sub account and then go to sites, go to websites. Here's our one website, and we want this to be right on the home page. So hit edit on the home page. And now right here, we have this button, call now. And if you click on that button over to the right side, you have this button action section. Scroll down until you see it. And the link to is call. Meaning when somebody hits this button, we want it to call. And call where? Put in the phone number of your agent. So now whoever lands on this website can hit this button and call you directly from the website. Either it's going to be through their voice over IP if they're on a desktop, or if they're on mobile, it'll simply call right from their phone. So there you go. That's how you can build an AI voice agent in a few minutes, train it on all the knowledge base for that client, give it supplemental data through a Google Docs, and get it even smarter than your competitors. Give it the availability, give it a name, attach a phone number to it as well, and then find clever ways where you can plug this in even on their website to have potential customers call. You can have this number on their Google business profile as well. So whenever searching up electricians and there's a button that says call the business right now, that phone call will come in and the agent's going to answer it 24/7, and you'll capture all of the business for that particular niche. So if you want all of this pre-built, ready to go, use my affiliate link and join me on my Skool community where I help you set this up for yourself as an agency or for your client. And then I'll also add you to our affiliate calendar. So through my Google paid ads campaign, as these leads are coming in, we shotgun them out one by one to each affiliate. That way you can turn hopefully profitable before your trial even expires. Join us today. If you want to try your hand at doing this yourself instead of just watching, you can use my HighLevel affiliate link in the description below. If you use that, you get an extended 30-day HighLevel trial, hundreds of pre-built AI agents, access to my Skool community, 40+ business and marketing courses that I've built. You'll have all of my website template that you've seen me create. I'll even hop on a live Zoom call with you twice a week to help guide you and build your business with you. You'll have a direct line to me and also a chance to join my agency and run some of these businesses that I have, as well as take on my client. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.